I am back at it with one of the most exciting fighters that I know of in combat sports, Solomon Renfro. Man, always a pleasure to have you back on my show. It's always fun talking to you, man. I always love seeing your face.
Appreciate you, You're the man. Good to be here, though.
So I want to go right into the mailbag with you because I got a lot of really good questions for you. And I want to start off with something really, really important. My wife is from Western New York. She's from Rochester, New York. Okay, about an hour away from where you're from. You probably know exactly what I'm about to ask you. What is the best place to go to in Western New York for buffalo wings?
There's so many good places. It's hard to choose one, man. It's like it really is. But for me, okay, if you never had buffalo wings before, or like you want traditional buffalo wings, you can't go wrong with the Anchor Bar.
Okay,
Cause
that's the safe answer. That's a safe answer. But what else you got? Because I've been there. I've been to the Anchor Bar in Buffalo. Delicious. I've been to
yeah,
Duff's too, and I've also been to some like random bars
yeah,
that like they're some of the best wings ever, and it's like
yeah,
you don't even know the name of the bar when you walk in.
yeah. In Buffalo, you can go anywhere and get really good chicken wings. It's weird because I live in New York City and like I can't get good chicken wings for the life of me, bro. It's hard. Like I mean, there's some out here, but they're good. Don't get me wrong, they're good, but they're not like Buffalo's the originator, so that's why, they're not like it was back in Buffalo. So, man, it's hard to say. Buffalo got the best chicken wing for sure.
I don't think there's any debate about it. I have to ask another controversial question. And I appreciate your perspective. And I've been saving this question for you because I know you're going to give it to me straight. You live in the gym. You're around fighting all the time. Um, you've forgotten more about fighting than people like me will ever know. I have to ask you about the boxing fight that happened last week, Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva. For the
Yeah.
life of me, I watched that fight. I have a hard time watching that and not thinking there's some home cooking going on. Am I on crack, or do you think I'm onto something?
I hate to, man. I know, right? Some of these fights it just seems like something's off. Like it seems like he's not. I don't know. It just seems like something's a little off. Whatever though. But I don't want to discredit him, man. I think he's doing a great job. Hats off to Jake Paul, man. He's doing
Mm-hmm.
really well. He really is boxing.
What
I
do you
think
think about him as like a fighter? Like obviously, you know a thing or two about boxing. When you see his technique, when you see what he's able to do in the gym, is that impressive to you? Like what he's able to do?
I haven't. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Okay, he's a professional fighter level. No, not in my opinion, but he's beating up professional MMA fighters that can't box. But now he just fought Anderson Silva and was able to hang with him. So, he's doing his damn thing.
When you think about like okay, aside from the fighting, when you think about like what he says about just MMA in general and like fighter pay and like having a fighter union, like are these like opportunistic things that he's just talking shit to piss off the right people, or do you really think like there's something there to like what he says?
I hope there's something there. I don't really think too deep about it, to be honest, because I don't really know much of what he says because I'm so focused on I don't even know much. All I do obviously the fights pop up on like Instagram and Twitter, and like I haven't. I watched his fight against um Nate Robinson, and then I watched his
Mhm.
fight watching the other fights. I just saw the highlights. But I mean, yeah, I don't. It's to look into it. I really don't know, but I
Yeah.
hope he. But like for me to honestly say, I don't know because I don't know too much about the guy or like what he really has. But I hope so. It sounds like you're talking some good shit about fighters getting paid more and stuff. So
You
you
know,
know,
it's a conflicting thing because for me, like I can understand where he's coming from, but it's also one of those things where it's like I hope there's action behind the words, and it sounds like him and Anderson Silva are going to do something. I'm really curious to see like they're talking about forming a union, and Anderson Silva will be involved somehow. So we'll see where that goes. I think that could potentially be a really cool thing for the sport. My feelings for Jake Paul aside, not talking about Jake Paul the fighter, but Jake Paul the man. And if he's going to be an advocate for fighters, that's something that I could get behind.
yeah,
I think that would be good for the sport. Actually, I think it'd be great for the sport.
amazing. I think it's amazing. And like I said, I don't really know too much about him, but if he's speaking up for fighters and trying to advocate better pay and better treatment for fighters, I'm obviously all about that. So anyone doing that is cool with me. I don't even know the guy, so but he's also from Cleveland, Ohio. I heard that, so I mean, I show love there. He's representing the city, he's doing his thing. I'm happy for the dude.
Talk to me a little bit about Tiger Schulmann's MMA. There's a lot going on in your gym right now. You have three different fighters that I know of that are in camp, maybe more than that. But right off the top of my head, Shane Burgos is in camp. I know that he fights at the end of November. Julio Arce is going to be fighting. Mike Trezano is going to be fighting. And then your girl, Melissa, she's going to be fighting. She'll be making her MMA debut relatively soon. Like what's that been like seeing just all your people like that in camp? That's got to be kind of hectic in the gym right now.
Yeah, everyone's working their ass off like usual though. It's nothing new. Definitely working hard. You can feel it in the air. You know, everyone's ready to be competitive, and a lot of other guys have fights coming up too. We got Ricardo. He fought on CFFC. Won by was it Hill Hook or I think it was the Hill Hook. Yeah, back pretty soon. We got Robert Verraccio who also coming back pretty soon. He just won on CFFC by knockout in the third round. He's also undefeated pro. We got Manshur Kara, Munch, my boy. He's also my jiu-jitsu coach. Cornered me in my last fight. Fought the first fight the night, then cornered me. He'll be fighting pretty soon as well. So, I mean, the gym is just super competitive right now, and the energy is great in there. The energy is great. And obviously, like you said, on the female side, we got Melissa who's making her MMA debut. Awesome for her. You know, she's training hard as usual. She trains like a dog. Honestly, she's always there every single day. And even if she's not there, she's talking about being there, and she's not talking about being there. She's watching film or something. So, you know, she's a dog. They don't really understand like how much time she puts into it. You know, because most time you see a girl like that, and you're like, oh, she's not really putting time in, but she is. You know, so at first when I first met her, I was like, she don't want to do this shit. You know, but then
Yeah.
still there, she's still fighting, sparring with the guy, wrestling. You know, she's really trying to do it. So, like I said, everyone from top to bottom, from the pros in the UFC, Trezano, Julio to even our amateurs who have fights coming up, and even our female fighters. Everyone's everyone's working their ass off. You
Riccio
know.
is going to be on my show. He just doesn't know it yet. We've been talking a little bit back and forth, and I was trying to hook something up with him, and then he went out and he did his badass thing. I know he's getting ready to fight here in December for the CFFC card. That's coming, but he looked freaking amazing his last go out.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was just really impressed with him, and I want to see Ryan fight. Like I'm like, oh man, they got to line up a guy for this guy. I know nobody's trying to fight Ryan, but
Off. He just got out of surgery, so but he's I think it'd be like cleared 100% in like a few weeks. So, but Ryan's one of my favorite fighters ever.
well, people
Like
don't know about him yet. People still don't really know about him yet, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm telling you guys.
the juice one man is Ryan Burgos. He's like, in my opinion, he's gonna be the biggest star in that gym besides me if I'm still there, if I'm around. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you what, he's very special. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to throw a bunch of like I don't want to talk a bunch of hot air. I'm just gonna say he's very special, and he's going to kill everybody.
Fight IQ works his ass off. He grew up in the sport, you know, so he's just blessed all the way around. He has Shane Burgos as a big brother to take advice from, you know. So, man, he's gonna do great things.
And then of course there's people like you in the gym too. I mean you're one of the like top pound for pound guys in the entire country. And I mean, I tell you what, like even if it's just sparring with somebody like you,
Got Deion Sanders, Michael Jordan mentality to where even in practice, I'm trying to dominate. I'm not just trying to practice to fucking practice. I practice to do what I want to do in the fight. So yeah, I do drills. I put myself in bad positions and learn, but I try my best to get my ass out of those positions and dominate whatever position that we're doing, whatever drill that we're doing, whatever sparring session, whether it's sprints, whatever the fuck. I'm trying to dominate everybody all the way through, and I'm dominating everybody all the way through. All love to them, but it is what it is, you know.
but I
So
still feel like there's so much about your game that people don't understand and don't know. And I know I think I've seen almost all of your fights. And I know that you've only shown it one time. We got one submission victory, but I know you got way more shit up your sleeve, but we just don't know about it yet.
I'm if it ever has to come out, then it's gonna come out. But honestly, I feel like my striking's hitting such a new level with my new coach Christian Mambu. Uh, I don't think these guys are gonna be able to just take. They're not gonna be able to take it, man. Like I was dropping guys with my jab at fucking 85 and then 70, and now I'm at 55. I'm gonna kill these little dudes. It's like playing around with little boys. It's weird. And I'm
So
like,
I have to ask, this is the biggest question I had, and we'll get into your fights in a second. You and I have been talking for the better part of a year. And
Yeah.
in the back of my mind, I never asked you this question, but in the back of my mind, I was always thinking to myself, like, I wonder if he can make 55. Because you walk around, you got abs at 170 pounds. I'm like, fuck, man, that's a lot. Like that gap from 55 to 70 is a lot. And like you don't look puffy when I see you at 70. You look absolutely shredded out of your goddamn mind when you're getting ready to go out there to fight. And then at 55, I was wondering, like, this fight got announced against Irizarry. I wasn't worried about Irizarry. Like, I know he's a talented guy, but I'm just like, it's the weight. I'm like, I want to make sure that like I hope his strength's still there. I hope that cardio is still there. That's gonna be a tough cut for him. You go out there, you knock the guy out in the first round. So we'll get to that in a second. Can you talk to me about the cut? I'm sure that's something you simulated for a while. I'm sure you were really, really prepared, but you don't really know until you're like at the time and place and you're actually making the cut.
Dude, what they posted, they said I weighed in at 161.8. That was after I ate and drank. I actually was 159. And then I got on the scale with my chain on also, so I should have took that off and been lighter. But I was 159, so another 4 pounds isn't like I'll make it. Honestly, I was fine. I was fresh. I was moving around. I was fucking me and Munch were cutting weight together. I was like fucking joking with him. He was getting mad. He's like, come on, get off my face, bro. Well, yeah, so we're cutting weight together. I still had energy to move around. I was bouncy, so I think I did the weight cut very well. I could have been a little more disciplined, to be honest. I
Mm-hmm.
could have started the water load a little bit earlier. That was the main thing for me. I got nervous like leading up to it, but it actually like I'm always nervous when I do the water load. So like 3 days out, I don't know why I check the scale anyway, but I still do. And then by let's say the morning of, I only had 10 pounds to cut to make 60. So
Mm-hmm.
I ended up cutting 11 pounds in like 2 hours. So it was smooth, and it wasn't like a hard like it wasn't like I was like dying the whole time. I just did the right thing. I made the right
Mm-hmm.
fucking wake up in the morning, jump my rope, do my miles, and stay dedicated. And that's it. I think about what I want later, not what I want now. And that's how I it. But I'm grateful that I have a good team around me. I have Coach Jr. John Ron. He coaches at Believe Elite. He's also my nutritionist. He taught me a lot about cutting. Then I have great teammates like Shane Burgos, Jim Rivera, always help me out, coach me through the water cut. Mike Trezano, RSA, Lyman Good, guys that are really seasoned and making good big weight cuts, show me how to do this shit the right way. So I'm thankful I have them. And then like even when you're cutting weight, I always call my boy Pat Mix. And I was like, yo, wait, you cut every time because he's huge at bantamweight, bro. He's gigantic.
He's a big dude.
Yeah. And then he let me know how much he cut. I'm not gonna tell you the number, but he let me know how much he cut. And I was like, all right, I got this, I got it. So,
Well,
yeah,
I mean, Shane's a good example of that because he's a big dude. Like
yeah.
he's huge, and I'm
Shane,
just like, holy shit! How does this guy make 145 pounds?
honestly, now that I've been doing it right, like in just making my dad a little more strict than I was before,
Mm-hmm.
I'm and I can make 45. I'm not gonna try unless I really, really, I don't know, unless it just comes easy. Unless
Yeah.
if it starts being easy and I'm knocking everybody out and I feel fresh, then maybe I'll just try.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Why not try to go 45, 55, 70, get belts in all three? You know? If not, I'm gonna try to go 55, 70, and 85. As I go up in the weight, I'll do more grappling because I feel like my grappling just at a very high level what people don't know about. And I have great teammates around me, and my jiu-jitsu coach Munch, man, he's getting me sharp as fuck. And I'm wrestling with a lot of these. I'm not gonna say their names. I don't even can't even fucking butcher their names. But Russian guys,
Their names end in ov.
Egyptian guys that all wrestle and U.S. Olympic trials and in the Olympics stuff like that. I train with a lot of those guys around Jersey and New York area, and they're just getting me so sharp with my wrestling, man. So I'm excited what the future holds. I feel like I'm gonna fucking breeze through the division at 55 and take the belt and go to 70. I feel like 70 is the only reason that was giving me issues, just because it was the height difference, and also I was inexperienced. I was doing certain things like to where you feel like you literally cannot be hurt at all when you can.
Yeah.
Am I still invincible? I do believe that. As long as I stay sharp, mentally focused, can nobody fuck with me. But if I'm not mentally focused, I'm not coming in sharp, then anybody could be beat. A fucking monkey could get lucky in the show. A 5-year-old girl could knock you out. She hits you the right way. So shit happens. It is what it is. But I know I'm the best in the world, and I'm just excited to prove it.
I am excited at the idea of you in the UFC at 155 pounds. That's really, really exciting to me. And I also look at that division at large. And you start seeing a lot of guys, right, that are starting to kind of go away. Like, they're aging out. Like, you got Tony Ferguson at 155. He's gone. Nate Diaz, he's gone. Conor McGregor, is he going to come back? I don't know. Is he going to come back at 55? He should. Will he? I don't know. It just kind of really depends.
He's been talking about retiring. Chandler's been had talks of retirement right before he even hit the UFC. So we got guys that are like still in the top five. We're talking that are probably going to be out of there within 2 years. But honestly, my plan is to get in there in the UFC by this year, and I can fucking compete with them guys off the rip. I'm gonna try to do that. Obviously, with the contracts, I'm gonna get paid my worth. But I want to go for them guys. I'm not hoping that they retire. I hope they stay in the game long enough for me to beat their ass. All love and respect, But just because for me coming up, watching these guys in the big stage, it'd be great for me to, plant my flag in the UFC against some guys I, grew up watching. Can't really say I looked up to, but I grew up watching and I respect them.
I just think it's one of those things where I get really excited when I think about the 155-pound weight class, because I just see it's like that calm right before the storm. And I think that division is really going to open up for a lot of people. And a lot of people are going to really start getting some opportunities. You're starting to see it right now. You're starting to see it. You're starting to see other guys that may have been making that cut to 45 for a while, starting to maybe jump up.
Yeah, you got my boy, also Terrence McKinney's doing this thing. Fuck, who else is?
I told Terrence about you. He didn't know about you like a year ago. I told him, I was like, yo.
Like February or March.
Yeah.
Then we've been cool ever since. But Terrence McKinney is a dog. You got Patty the Batty. Man, at 55. Who else we got at 55? Like that? That's a newcomer. I'm talking about like guys who seem like they have that type of star potential. I mean, shit. We also got Drew Dober. I mean, we got a lot of pretty good 55ers, man. Like 55 division is deep, but I feel like I said, I'm gonna breeze through that shit.
Yeah, like Drew Dober, of course. That's a really interesting guy. I love watching Drew Dober fight. That guy is a freaking dog.
Yeah, division's freaking nasty. We got
Hernandez, the kid from Factory X. He's an exciting fighter. That Spanish guy, Tuporia, he's a dog.
Well, Topuria is really at 45. I think he just fought at 55 last time because he missed weight or something. Yeah, to eat Topuria. I mean, there's a bunch of dogs, man. That's why I'm training so fucking hard. I know what's in front of me, man. But I can't wait to just put them all down.
The other guy, there's that Chilean guy, Bahamondes or whatever. He's good. What we got? The French dude, Benoit Saint Denis. That guy's a freaking guy. I like watching him fight.
Yeah, I gotta check him out.
He's bad. He's like a former like special forces dude from the army or something like that in France, and he's a bad dude to watch. He just beat Gabriel Miranda. He knocked him out not that long ago. So he's a dog. So I think there's a lot of opportunity, man. You start looking, and I will say there's one guy I want you to fight. I'm just, I know that I want you to fight Jamie Malarkey.
Jamie Malarkey. I don't know him, but sure.
Oh, dude. Oh my god. You don't know who Jamie Malarkey is? Dude, no. He's bad. He's bad.
Before though. I have heard the name before though.
Yeah, he's an Australian dude and he's bad. He knocks people out. And I tell you what, you two would be freaking, oh my god. That'd be like Justin Gaethje and Michael Chandler shit.
I'm telling you, man, I'm too clean now. No big shots from Solomon Renfro, man. We're all precise, clean shots down the middle, around the guard, through the guard, like with a purpose. I'm not just striking just to strike. I'm striking with a purpose. Everything I do, even if I'm missing, it's on purpose. If someone's flipping my shot, it's on purpose. They're not saying no fucking words. I'm telling you, man. But I'm excited to see these guys try to stand and strike with me. Because watch how fast power in my hands is just fucking ridiculous, man. I hit like a fucking super heavyweight, not even a heavyweight, and I'm faster than a flyweight. Like, what are they gonna do? And I wrestle like a fucking bear. Honestly, they can't stop me. I'm excited to fucking come out here and perform. I'm really excited to be a 55er. This is like a breath of fresh air for me. I'm just gonna run. I feel like I'm about to run through this division.
I think it's one of those things. I look at you, and a good example of what you just talked about was the Lily fight. That's a perfect example because you didn't even. That was a jab. You knocked that guy out with a jab. I remember that one. And I've seen you hit people before, like as hard as you can. I know what that looks like. But that it wasn't even like you just touched the guy and
Right.
he lights out.
When I'm clean like that, no one can stand there. Even when I fought that fucking Parsons guy, if I would have took my time and been clean, also if I didn't break my fucking hand, but if I would have took my time and just been a little cleaner, I feel like I would have put him away. You live and learn, though. Like I said, I feel like I took all those losses before are never gonna happen again.
But don't you think it's so? Let me talk about Parsons real quick. Don't you think? And this is me being a conspiracy theorist, maybe. Don't you think it's weird that he got a contract, but we haven't seen this guy fight since you last fought him? Don't you think that's a little weird?
I know what it is. You can't fucking fight. I train all up. You
I
can't.
think it's one of those things, man. Like I really want, and I'm not just saying this. Like I don't know. I think he's at extreme. Maybe he is. I don't know that for a fact, but I know he's out there somewhere. And it's just like that was one of those fights where I don't. I wonder what he's going to look like when he goes back in there. I really do.
Yeah, if he
I
gets back in, I doubt. I doubt the guy can pass the MRI. To be honest, I doubt he passes the MRI. Probably why he hasn't fought yet. Otherwise, he'd be fighting trying to make money for his family. Unless he's just a fucking bum, which I doubt that. He fought me, he got in there. No, he's a tough dude, but I doubt now he can pass the MRI. So let's talk about who did more damage. Talk about who had the better shots. Like I've been fighting. I'm going on my fourth fight since that day,
That's my point, right? Exactly.
and it's insane.
Yeah,
It's
like it is a little interesting. I don't mean, I'm not trying to throw shade at him. Hey, it is what it is. I just thought it was interesting because I look back, I'm like, it's been a year now, and I look
yeah,
at all the fights you have, and I'm like, I haven't even seen this dude out yet.
nah, it's shit's insane. And something else that pissed me off about it was like Dana White saying that guy should be at 55. He's never even got close to 55. I'm the one that should have been at 55, like I am. He fought at 85. He was fighting at fucking 85 before we fought. So it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, it is what it is. You know, God is great. God put me in this position to make me meet new people, get new friends, get new surroundings, help me change my style up. Not even change my style, fight more natural to my style. And I'm just gonna do great things. I'm about to run through these fucking dudes.
I think when
I'm
you look back on your career, when it's all said and done, and you're an old dude like me, I think you're going to look back on your career and you're going to be grateful. You're going to be happy that you dropped two fights in a row because I'm sure you found out a lot not only about yourself, that's probably the most important part, but you probably also found out about okay, well, who's really with me when you start looking around, right? It's like how many of you guys are really like you say you're with me, like you say it's ride or die. Is that really the case? Because
right.
I bet you looked at your follower count one day and like thousands of people just freaking bailed on you. I bet you that was the case.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. There's
And now all of a sudden you're on a two fight
people that
winning streak, and now they're back, right?
but it's all right. I feel like I'm about to go 40 fight win streak. That's serious. Mike Tyson told the story about Sugar Ray Robinson that I heard. Um, and he said that Sugar Ray Robinson lost two fights back to back, and then after that he went like 100-0 or something like that. And like, you know what, man? I'm gonna do that shit.
Why not? Right? Not why not? Well, you also look at it like you right, like you don't you think there's something to be said though? Like you look at the beast in the eye, and you're like, okay, all right, so two fights didn't go my way. I lost a fight in front of my hometown. This is it. Like, okay, so if I can come back from this,
Yeah,
like what
yeah.
can't you do?
But when I thought to myself at that time, I was like, yo, man, I mean, you can't feel lower than this. I felt like fighting wise. Like that was like my worst nightmare come to life. Literally
Yeah.
TKO, which is bullshit in my hometown. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But you live and learn. Everything's happened for a reason. God gives his toughest battle to his strongest warriors. So that's why that happened to me. I feel like, I've lost every way that you can possibly lose. So I know how, what to watch out for and what not to do and what to do. And I feel like those ways won't happen again. I got fucking robbed by the judges. I got submitted and I got TKO'd. All those things can't happen anymore to me. I feel invincible now. I feel like they also set me free. And now I'm about to, just like I said, like I keep saying, breach with division. I'm just gonna bolster all these fucking guys head and turn their lights out. Every single one of them.
And when you started the comeback, it was that Freedom Fight Night 2 in July. And talk about making like a comeback. And I haven't had a chance to really talk to you about this fight. It was a big fight card. Like there are a lot of people that show up to these things. You got
Yeah,
Ryan Bader there, you got Tito there, and it's like fuck, man, I'm on a 2-fight skid. Like, there's no hiding here. There's no hiding. Like, I have to come out. I need to do my job. And a lot of people may not know a whole lot about James Cannon. They may not know about who this guy really is. I'm of the opinion that he's better than what his record shows. I've seen him fight before. I know where he's kind of at. Um,
Yeah,
but I
if
mean, it was one of those fights where going into it on paper, I'm like, okay, like this guy, I don't think this guy's a scrub. I think this is going to be a fight. Like James Cannon, man, I'm not going to talk shit about that guy. He's a tough dude. You go
yeah,
in there, you get a unanimous decision victory. I have to give James a lot of credit. I was very surprised he went the distance with you.
really, it was 30-26. And only reason he went the distance because I kept fucking up on the finish here. Oh man, Punch was so mad at me when I got back. I kept messing this up. I literally drilled it. I kept doing this and just kept putting it down. We did a good job staying in there. I should have put him by his beard. I should have put his beard up and lifted his chin up and then sliced him my shit and did that. I might do that next time. Is that illegal? I don't give a fuck. I should do that. I should did that. But yeah, he was a tough dude. He was talking shit day before the fight too. Uh, but it is what it is. I beat his ass. I was classy afterwards. That's when I announced I should be at 55. It's funny because going into that fight, I was walking around at 178, and I got that. I took it on like kind of short notice in a way, because I was planning to fight at 55. All since I was supposed to fight in April, I was supposed to fight May, then I was supposed to fight June, and then July happened. You know, and so I just took the first one I could hop on. It was back at 170, and that guy actually used to fight at light heavyweight. So he was a pretty big dude. He's pretty strong.
Yeah.
But I'm stronger than strong. I'm not like just your regular strong. I've been trying to tell people that like it's one thing when you see it, it's nothing feeling. Everyone tells me that too. Like they're like, man, you're just way stronger, and you look strong, but you're stronger than you fucking look. It doesn't make sense. I think testament to being an athlete my whole life, and my dad having me do a lot of training. So I'm just blessed. But yeah, James Cannon was fucking tough, man. He was a tough dude. But I dominated the fight. He didn't look tough when I fought him. I went Khabib on his ass. I literally did. I just fucking took him down and beat him up, talk shit to him. I told him I was gonna take him down and hold him down. And that's exactly what the fuck I did. Take him down, hold him down, and beat him up.
And then you got in that win column, and that had to have been like, all right, so now we're back, and we're like we're back on track. That had to have
Yeah,
been a relief.
felt like a breath of fresh air. It was awesome. And then leading up before the fight, that's when I first got with my coach Chris, and me and Chris started working before that fight. And it was just like a breath of fresh air, like doing a lot more new, like training, meeting new partners, meeting new people, making new friends. Going to, I hung out in the Hamptons for like a week and a half before the fight. Hung out in the Hamptons for a little bit before my last fight. I think I'm gonna keep doing it, to get to nature. It's beautiful out there. So, able to do that stuff was also huge for me. And then also before I took that fight, I did a jiu-jitsu tournament,
Oh,
and I did jiu-jitsu,
nice.
won it, and then I got my purple belt, which was way overdue. I should have been at purple belt, but I smashed the tournament. I was in Buffalo. They had a tournament coming up. I was like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I did it. They gave me my belt finally. That was cool. And then that like was my first sense of honestly winning again. Like that's what I did. I did some jiu-jitsu, and I felt great to like win again there. I was fine with like, now I feel like I was back. I had to win the fight, but I mean, I was gonna win the fucking fight. I'm not losing no more fights. But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have to win that fight to feel like I'm winning again. Is what I'm saying. Once I won the jiu-jitsu tournament, I was like, okay, I'm back. But I won the fight. That felt great. I announced my move to 55 there. I wanted to fight at 55 for this fight, but the guy said he can only make 160. Then his ass fucking came in at 165. And you wanted to talk shit at the weigh-in. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about, bro? I don't even understand. I'm not even. I respect people that speak more than one language because it's hard. And like I speak a little sprinkle bit of Chinese, and it's hard to speak more than one fucking language. So I respect them, but you can't even fucking speak English, bro. Shut the fuck up. Why are you even talking? You miss weight. Like, why are you even talking? You know what I mean? But it was what it was. I went on there and then both threw his head and turned his lights out like I told him I would, and that's what I'm doing to the next guy as well.
So that fight, the fight that we're talking about, was against Michael Irizarry at iKON FC 5. When you look into it again, we're talking about a big stage. We're talking about Jorge's fight promotion, and you were the co-main event for this one.
Stage, all the pressure. I love that shit. I really do. I can't wait to get to the UFC and like really make it a big stage.
I
You know?
can't wait for you to be in the UFC and to fight in Madison Square Garden.
Yo, and I've been talking about that forever. Listen, I'm from New York City right now. Out here, I'm like Fresh Prince of Bel Air out here, for real, for real. You know, and soon I'm about to be the official New York City King. I just got to the UFC for them to give me that King title, official King of the New York title. But yeah, man, I get mad love in New York, man. I feel like this must be how Connor felt when he had Ireland behind him, because New York City really rock with you, but they love me. Everything I do out here is all love. Everything's free. I go to the clubs, they freaking treat me like a superstar, which I am a superstar. They treat me how I should be treated, which is amazing. So I'm blessed to be here, man. I'm so blessed to be here.
So let's talk about something real quick. UFC 281. We already talked about two of your boys that are on this card, but I'm also looking, and guess what I see? I see a lot of 155-pound fights on this card, Ben. So I have to ask, like, are you ready to go? If somebody gets hurt, if somebody gets COVID or whatever, can Uncle Dana give you a call? Can you step in on short notice for one of these?
In my mind, I'm fighting in the UFC next, or I'm fighting a five-minute round championship fight. So right, I've been training already. I am in tip top shape to go out there and smoke a motherfucker, whoop ass, look good, make my money, and beat the fuck out of there. I'm so ready. Whether it be UFC or whoever, whatever promotion on UFC Fight Pass offer me the title, because I deserve a title. I should have been had a few titles. So I'm ready to go out there and fucking take a win. UFC 281. I'm ready to do the damn thing. They call me. I'm ready to cut that way to make it.
You know what else is really interesting? You fought Michael Irizarry, knocked him out in the very
Yeah.
first round. Uh, Terrence McKinney also knocked him out in the very, very first round. And then after he did that, he was given an opportunity to fight on a short notice fight against Matt Frivola, who is on this card right now.
So let me fight Matt.
I'm telling you, like, I believe I'm just saying, man, like, observations, dog. I'm talking about this. I'm like, holy shit, there's a lot of coincidences here.
Yeah, that is funny. I fuck with Terrence heavy too.
So you have to tell him that. So I'm just saying to myself, like, okay, well, if something happens, I've never heard of this guy, Ottoman Azayatar or whatever. He's 13-0, and he's supposed to fight Matt Frivola. If something were to happen to that guy, and I hope it doesn't, God bless him. But if something happens, I'm just saying, Matt Frivola's right there, man.
Record.
Sorry,
What's Matt's record?
9-3. So I'm
Oh,
saying it works out. It
shit.
works out.
Yeah. How the man? Sometimes I'm watching these UFC fights. Some of these guys have like 4-1. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And the girl like 5-5 and shit. I'm like, how are they getting in the UFC with these records? But
I
I
think
guess
it
you got to know.
depends. Well, so this sounds really. I hope I don't get canceled in saying this. There's a possibility. I do feel for some of the females, like, you get kind of a longer leash because there aren't very many of them. So it's like you can kind of like have a shitty record and they're not going to get rid of you. Like 35, you're in Julio's division. You lose 2 fights, you're fucking gone. Bye. See ya.
Yeah.
Ruthless, right? But like for the females, I think they kind of give you a little bit. Like it's not the record. It's like, yo, can you make the weight? But if you fuck up too many cards, then they're gonna throw your ass out like Aspen Ladd.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man. Observations. Matt Frivola, Terrence knocked him out. He knocked out Irizarry right before that. So just saying, man. You need to hit up Terrence and be like, yo, man, like, what's up?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. But yeah, I'm ready to go do the damn thing. If God bless me with the call now. If not, I go fight out there in December. Close the year out, go to KO some dude on UFC Fight Pass at a main event, and hopefully win Fight of the Year, and then get picked up early next year.
Can you talk about your fight in December or no?
I don't have the opponent. I was posted. We're trying to fight Roosevelt Roberts,
Okay.
right? But I don't know what happened. I don't know if he got an injury or something, but that fell through for whatever. But no issue on my side. We were ready to go. I said we'll take anybody and everybody. So now we're looking for a new opponent, and hopefully, we get a new opponent, and it goes down December 2nd on iKON, where Masvidal, which is I think it's in Miami or Orlando, somewhere in fucking Florida. But I go out there and hope some as the main event, take a belt, look good, and make some money.
It's always exciting to hear about. And I wanted to ask you, like, you fought for a lot of different promotions. You fought for CFFC, the Freedom Fight Night that they put on. Then you fight with like iKON. I know a few different guys that fought for iKON. Amun Cosme is one of them, a bantamweight, and Torres Finney is another one, and he was just on the same card as you. Can you talk
Yeah.
like what's your experience been like, just like being on the iKON card? Because I've heard a lot of fighters really like fighting for Jorge.
Yeah, Jorge treats us great, man. He puts us in a nice hotel. Make sure that everyone has like rehydration stuff after weigh-ins. There's a bunch of stuff there for you. He has scales for everybody. Um, what else could I say? He does really well. Just the way he ran the show was very professional. The way everything was backstage was very professional. I was really comfortable the whole time. You know, I didn't feel like I had like anything. So,
Torres wanted to know when you're going to come back and eat a bunch of Southern food with him. He wanted me to ask you that.
uh,
He must hate 155-pound Solomon. Because all that delicious fried Southern food. I don't know if that's in your cards for 155, man.
for me, like I'll eat that and then I'll go run right after, you know, and I'll be talking to myself the whole time, like, yeah, let's go, champ, run this pork chops off. I don't even eat pork chops. I don't know why I said pork chops, but like, I'm eating
How about catfish? There you
oh,
go.
catfish, mac and cheese. God damn, see now you're getting me. I might go. Yeah, but I want to go. Probably early next year.
There we
Early,
go.
early next year, I'm gonna go out there and train with Teresh Finney. It's gonna be fun. Might do a little vlog or something. You know,
I tell you what, like Torres, man. I look at this guy, and I told him, yo, I'm like, dude,
fucking strong as fuck,
like
man.
I looked at that guy. I'm just like, okay, if I like ever make it in this life where I need a bodyguard, he's it. He's it.
He is strong as shit, bro. Like it's crazy. It's
I,
crazy.
I, I honest to God, like I don't know, like you talk about people. Darren Till talks about Yoel Romero being intimidating. I look at Torres Finney, I'm like, holy fuck, I would not fight that guy. Like, he's
It's,
scary, man. Like he's nice. He's
that
he's he's a nice dude, but I look at him, I'm just like, Jesus
oh,
Christ.
dude, oh, he's a big athletic motherfucker. You know, he's short too, so it's like I feel bad for the 85 are trying to stop him from taking him down. You know, like he's already underneath him.
Yeah,
He's already
what is he like 5'8", but like 200 pounds of muscle?
solid muscle, solid muscle. He has a tough weight cut to make. 85. You know, tough
Yeah,
weight cut.
because there's no fat really to cut. I mean, that
Yeah,
guy is fucking huge.
maybe more than 200. Probably more than 200. Probably more like 210. He's a big dude. Uh,
He is he's scary for people who don't know who Torres Finney is. Like, look him up, man. Like I tell you, like once you see him, you'll never forget him. It's like, oh shit, okay.
oh look, I'm up. He's a freaking brute of a wrestler.
I tell
Yeah,
you what, like though, like have you? It would be something to be able to like get some training in with that guy. Like, holy shit, you get some wrestling with that guy. Like, holy shit, like, dude, you survived that. You could survive anything.
it's gonna be fun. He's huge, man.
It'd be like wrestling with a rhinoceros.
It's all right because he gonna run into me though. Gonna, I'm the only thing ever seen nothing like it. Like,
But look at it. There's benefit. You wrestle with him, and then he gets to strike with you.
yeah, no, 100%, 100%. Like he's definitely benefited more than I'm benefiting. All I love, bro. You get he's benefited more than I'm benefiting. Like I can go anywhere. You can't get this type of striking nowhere. You can't. You can't get this type of striking nowhere, man. My strike is clean, precise, and it's different. I'm coming up with my own style right now. It's a mixture of a lot of things, but mainly hood tactics. I'm just playing, but I'm serious. Yeah, I'm serious though. Like, man, I'm coming up with my own style right now. It's clean, different, it's organic, it's fresh, it's sharp, it's loose, and it's fucking most of all deadly. And I'm excited to show the world, man. Me and my coach Chris we've been putting a lot of fucking time, putting in overtime for this camp especially, and we're excited. Go put on a show. We're ready for anybody and everybody.
I am excited. I want to see you. I'm looking, and I'm like, okay, 2 fights now, 2 back-to-back victories. You close out December with another victory, and then you start looking around. That's like, there really is nobody left to fight on the regional level. Like, there's nobody left. So it's like, okay, well, so talk to me like beyond this calendar year. You're locked in. You're already thinking about December and an upcoming opponent, which you don't know who you're fighting yet. But
No,
what's in your vision? Like when you close your eyes, when you start thinking about your goals, we already talked about the UFC, but like in your mind, like what does 2023 look like? Are we talking about like spring UFC? Like something like that, or summer of 2023 to something like that makes sense to you?
I feel like yeah, end of winter or midwinter to early spring, I should be in the UFC making my debut. Now that I'm doing, I'll put welcome to the Renfro show on top of the cage. You know, that's what I feel like. But I mean, I can also get picked up before then. Right now, my main focus is going out there, like I said, in December, finishing this guy. My eyes, whoever that's going to be, with my eyes don't really go past December. But in the grand scheme of things, yeah, I feel like early 2023, I'm in the UFC. I I take 3 fights there, smash out 3 guys, resign my contract. I know it's a 4 fight resign deal, but they're gonna want to resign me after 3, probably maybe even 2, because I'm just that boy. They gonna see when I get there, and take over from there, take over the fucking world. That's it.
I my only thing, like I can't say I don't like it. It's just it is what it is, right? Like the only thing that kind of sucks about it is like I feel like when you get your opportunity, it's gonna be because you're gonna get like 10 days. They're like, hey, 10 days and you gotta fight this fucking guy. And
Nah,
that's the nature of the beast. Like I want you to get a full camp, is what I'm saying.
yeah, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Like if it happened like that, it happened like that. But I feel like they're gonna give me a full camp. I do. I feel like I deserve a full camp. I feel like they're gonna give me one. I've been fucking screaming UFC for 2 years. I got offered opportunities to go sign other places. I didn't sign those places. I'm not gonna say the names, but I didn't sign those places. I stayed loyal. I stayed true to myself. Stayed true to my dream. True to where I want to be at. And they're gonna do it right. And if they don't, then it happens. This or this. God's got me. I'm gonna be protected. And I'm gonna go take it from there. Either way, I'm gonna be great regardless, man.
It is going to be really really exciting to see you make that like next leap up, because I look around and I'm just like, I think we've outgrown the fish tank here. I don't really see anyone out here that's going to make you a better martial artist. I'm not really seeing that. Like you're only going to get better by fighting like the best guys. Like I'm not talking about training, I'm talking about fighting, right? So it's like I want to see you fight. Like, well, I don't want to see you fight Terrence McKinney because he's my boy, but I want to see you fight guys like him.
Like that. I don't want to fight Terrence either unless I have to. If I have to fight Terrence, I'm gonna beat his ass. Beat the fuck. Hope you see this, but hopefully we don't ever have to fight. Only I want to fight him for the UFC belt, if the belt on the line. But even then, I don't want to have to fight him. You know, I don't.
You can fight Patty the Batty. How about that?
I beat the shit out of Patty the Batty anytime, anywhere, any day. Oh, I like Patty the Batty. Though. I think he's dope, man. I like what he's doing, promoting himself. Representing this country very well. But my kid's gonna have to eat. Team USA over here, USA trenches, hold it down, NYC, and we come out there to take over. Can nobody stop us? And Patty Batty getting away, he getting steamrolled. He getting fucking steamrolled. That's that. Anybody get
You said steamroll, so Matt Frivola, that's his nickname, the Steamroller.
yeah, he gonna get
I'm
he
just
get
saying.
roll too. I'm a steamroll.
I don't know, dude. I'm just saying. Wouldn't it be something if my prophecy came true? I'm just saying. Like I'm a believer in coincidences, man. I'm seeing things. I'm like, holy shit! Like he just beat Irizarry, and then I looked at the card. I'm like, oh shit, this motherfucker's on it. What is going to happen? It's exciting to think about. But I'll love to his opponent. I don't want anyone to get hurt or not be able to compete. But I'm just saying, if it doesn't happen, you're
Right,
right there.
right there.
You're
I'm right
right
there.
there. You could take the train to the freaking garden.
I can literally walk to the garden
There we go. There we
right here.
go.
Like the garden is my house.
Yeah, I'm gonna tag Dana White in this video just so he knows.
Walk to the garden. I will sell that shit out by my damn self. They don't need to go like, man, listen, I'm that boy. I'm him. I'm the one. They talk about greatness and all that. I'm up there with Achilles. Like that's what I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about fucking. I love Floyd, but not thinking about Mayweather. I'm not thinking about Khabib. I love all those guys and I have respect to them, but I'm thinking about Achilles. I'm thinking about fucking Shaka Zulu. I'm thinking about them type of warriors. I'm trying to compete with them. Even Bruce Lee. Ali. I'll put them in there. They don't have to be dead to be a legend. I'm just saying, legends never die. But that's what I'm thinking about when I think about the warriors that I'm competing with. So when it comes to these other guys that are names that are in front of me, I mean, I love Justin Gaethje, but Justin Gaethje, come on, I'm gonna do him. I'm gonna do him bad. I'm gonna do him bad, man. It's great, but I'm gonna do him bad. It is what it is. I love his strength. I love He's a dog, but I don't feel like he's precise and clean. I feel like he's way smarter than he used to be. And he's just a dog cardio machine, man. But I feel like, well, I'm too big, I'm too fast, I'm too strong, I'm too smart, I'm too long. They can't beat me at 55. They're fucked. They're
You
literally
what's really exciting, the most exciting part about you though is you have a really unique rare talent, but I also look and I'm like, holy shit, like you're still a kid. Like I'm like, oh my god, dude, you got like your entire like you're not even close to your athletic prime yet. You got 5 years to even before you even hit your prime. Like you're just a small sampling of what I think you're going to be.
exactly. I just said with my brother right before we talked to you, or before I talked to you, I was on the phone with my brother and I was like saying, dude, I haven't even scratched the surface yet of what I can do. So I'm so excited, man, to come out there and show the world what I'm all about. And they pretty much know. They pretty much know, but they're gonna see that the Renfro show is here and it's the best show that they want to see. They're gonna compare me with the great ones that they already compare, like when they speak about Oliveira now these days, and they speak about him McGregor, and they speak about a BJ Penn, GSP, Hall of Famers. That's where I'm planning to be. That's where I'm gonna be. I want to submit my legacy the way all those guys did. I have nothing but respect to them, but my goal is to be the GOAT, better than all of them. Shoot for the
Well,
moon. You miss, you'll still be amongst the stars, but I ain't planning on missing shit. I'm gonna keep shooting.
and you know what's weird is randomly every single time I cover you, whether I don't like the podcast and stuff that we do, I get DMs from people on burner accounts going like, "Man, that guy's fucking trash. I don't know why that guy's on your show. Like that guy's trash. He sucks." And I just laugh. I don't say anything. But what was it? I got a DM from a guy with like a burner account, right? And I don't know, like this guy just hits me up. I don't know why he's hitting me up. Like I can understand talking trash to you, but I don't know why he's talking trash to me, but he is. I think it's got to be the same dude who just keeps using a different account. But when you beat Irizarry, I got a DM from a burner account. It's just like your boy's still trash. He got lucky, and I just like I just laughed. I wrote like LOL and I just like laughed at what he said and then he started typing something and then he must have been too scared to send it and then he just like blocked me. I'm like, whoa, like you hit me up and now you blocked me. Like I'm supposed to block you, but okay, whatever. But anyway, I never told you that, but now you know. I thought that shit's funny.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that's hilarious. I love it, man. If you don't have any haters, you're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong, but before I let you go, I need to talk to you about your hoodie, man. Like, I love that hoodie. I was talking to you about it before we even hit the record button. I need to scoop one of those up. Like, what is it that you're rocking? Tell me about that.
Yeah, this is Muhammad Ali on Sports Illustrated. I think in '67, maybe it was. This is a hoodie given to me by my new sponsor, Super Rare. They're the best. Located in New York City, LA. They're about to open up, I think, one in Miami pretty soon. You can order their stuff online. No, their gear is amazing, man. Like go on their Instagram, just Super Rare, like super and then rare combined to one word. They're awesome. They're an awesome site. I tell anybody I know if you want to get gear, that's the place to go to. You know, they really are.
Who else do you have to shout out that needs shouting out?
Uh, well, my main sponsor, Dr. David Gruner, he helped me get this beautiful place in New York City. He's also healing any injuries I have. He helps me heal it. He also helps me out with my strength conditioning program as well. And he's more than any of that, he's been nothing but a great friend to me. When he first met me, I was still on that 2 fight skid. He just put his hand out to me and said, "I believe in you," and you got behind me and push. And I appreciate that so much. Then I got my new coach, like I said, Christian Mambu, done exactly the same thing. A lot of my new friends and teammates training over at WTF Boxing. Obviously, still Tiger Showman's American Top Team because they let me in there to train and stream couture. They let me in there to train Coach Eric Nixon. He's the man. He always showed me mad love. And then, I mean, that's mainly it.
Solomon, thank you for being on the show. Look forward to having you again soon.